I think I have a bias to seeing him in my father's film. So I loved him in Pukar. He won the national award for it. एक बहुत ही अच्छा सीन है जहाँ पे वो बहुत दिन बाद खाना खाते हैं उस फिल्म में, आफ्टर इज बिन कोर्ट मार्शल्ड, और बहुत भूख लगी उन्हें और उन्होंने कुछ दिनों से खाना नहीं खाया और माधुरी उन्हें खाना खिलाती है और वो रोल बनाते हैं और खाने की थोड़ा सॉस में डिप करके खाते हैं. You can feel the bite that he takes when he's vulnerable, he's broken, he's been court-martialed, he's not understanding what's happened to his life. A righteous police officer, a army officer put in this position, and he wants to prove his innocence, but जब आदमी खाता पीता नहीं है तो सुध-बुध खो जाता है, so you can see from his makeup, his eyes. It's a shot that I remember seeing. तभी trials होते थे, तभी क्या डब नहीं हुई थी फिल्म. When I saw it, I saw the pilot version. What you see is with his dubbing later.
अच्छा.
It was 2000, so I was about 15, so I was at an impressionable age. And I saw a very raw, broken man. Obviously acting at that point, I understood it's acting, but he was so good in that one particular scene. He won a national award for the film, I feel, predominantly for moments like that. I loved him in Virasat, to play both those. I also love him in comedy. I think he's terrific when he does Majnu Bhai and No Entry and all. So he's a man of range.
What do you think of Nayak?
See, Nayak is a very visual film. As an actor, he's doing a phenomenal job, but that director is treating him a certain way. It's coming from a lot of treatment. It's a very treatment-driven film.
Yeah.
When I speak about Rajkumar Santoshi putting the camera on him and him eating that role, it's taking away all the ammunition available. And then you see him deliver with his eyes. Ishwar is another great performance. I mean, see, eventually he was somebody who could always balance things out. Whether he did a Parinda and Ishwar or he did a Tezab and Ram Lakhan at the same time. For a young actor to do a courtroom drama, he was terrific in Meri Jang. I remember Virasat because I loved the fact that he visually changed so much from being that guy with the long hair who comes from America, chooses to continue remaining in his village and then becomes that sort of sarpanch slash leader slash almost like a gangster in that sense by the end of it, with the mustache and how he... So I think I was at that point where I appreciated his performances in that phase of his career. Yeah.
अनिल कपूर सर का टॉम क्रूज के साथ कितना उठना बैठना है? जितना तेरा और मेरा है. But see, I think if there was ever a good representative of having an actor transition to the West, I think he's a terrific example for them to see an actor with a broad spectrum of range, with command over the language, with personality, with a true representative of Indian visual, but at the same time having a positioning of being as Western in his physicality as possible also when the need is. So I think it's a very, very good transition for him that he made at that point of time, to go and do a Slumdog Millionaire, to enjoy himself, to have the awareness to work with a Danny Boyle, thanks to his kids. To go and do whatever he did, just to have fun, just to explore. Full credit to him, and he said that on the stage also, from Chembur to the Oscars, and it's, you can live the dream if you have people. I mean, my grandfather came in and used to be, at the end of the day, he started out being a production manager for Mughal-e-Azam. मतलब production manager भी नहीं थे, वो runner थे, फिर वहाँ से वो film को 10 साल लगे बनने में. My grandfather had 4 kids. He came from Peshawar, made a life over here, started from nothing. Got an opportunity to then become Shami Kapoor's manager, Geeta Wali's manager. Then they encouraged him to become a producer. He fell sick, unfortunately. Between Anil Chachu and Dad, they managed to hustle and create careers out of themselves in that situation. And to be able to see Anil Kapoor stand on an Oscar stage is a big win for somebody like my grandfather, who came from nothing, to see his child make it that way. Of course, we as a surname, as a family, get spoken of in a successful way always, but there is a beginning. Wow. And
that beginning, and if you see that visual of Anil Kapoor standing on the Oscar stage, it's a win for the family in that sense, for a man and a woman, my dadi and my dada, that came from Peshawar and tried to make a life in this city,
And the most amazing part, which I think a lot of people forget in this conversation about family and this that, is यार कि ये industry ने ये मौका दिया है इन लोगों को successful बनने का, अच्छा काम करके. So when you see Anil Kapoor doing that on an Oscar stage, it's also tremendously heartening to know that this profession gave him that. This profession gave my grandfather a chance in different ways, from production manager to secretary to producer. It gave my father the opportunity when he was not educated. He had to leave his education because my grandfather had a heart attack. For Anil Kapoor to go and do a Malayalam film first, then to do a Kannada film first, to come in and do bit part roles in Shakti, to grow as an actor, to him and his brother producing films together, making things happen, making shit happen, to working with directors repeatedly, honing his skills, surviving the hits and flops, the highs and the lows, the stardom, maintaining the craft, and then choosing to do a film with a director that was not quintessentially Hollywood. Danny Boyle is not a Hollywood director in that sense, if you look at it. He's got a British lineage in that sense. And to make it to the Oscars, I think it's a great arc to see what this profession can give you.